Welcome to Mark and Goal. So today we're playing a good game of true and false. So the pressure to hit the ball further and create bigger distance can sometimes cause us a few problems. So the backswing can easily be dominated by trying to get a massive shoulder turn and swinging back as far as you can. So I use a app, the Sportsbox app, which is excellent for this. So it really gives you the numbers and can break it down, which is tremendous. So if you haven't got that technology, then we'll go through the checkpoints to what to look out for, and will make a huge difference to how you then get contact with the ball. So you will strike the ball better, you will gain more distance, and you'll be able to control the face angle better just by having awareness of what's going on with, say, the lower half if you're being too greedy with that chest turn. Right, let's go through the bits that could be causing that misstrike, that mishit, that misdirection, overall, that shot that you're not looking to achieve. We want the one that you're trying to achieve. So there is a bit of a list. So we've just ticked boxes. So then you have a look through in what you're doing. If you've got a tripod, put it on obviously put your phone on the tripod so it's not shaking about, and then just put a rectangle around yourself so you can see what's going on. So it'll give you some reference point. So if we're swinging back, so we're going for a massive turn, then you've got a few things that could be happening without you realizing. So one is the sway. So that's one of the most common things. So you've gone for a big turn, and at the same time as you've done that, you've done a big sway to the right. So if you view it, that your so a golf ball's 1.68 inches in width, you're trying to stay within 2 golf balls. So if you go beyond that, or even into the second golf ball, then that number is then quite high, and it's causing it has a big repercussion, and then it's be difficult to get the club back on the ball consistently, and potentially you won't be turning as well. You'll potentially be going forward, and that could all due to trying to be too ambitious with the turn. So that could cause you to sway. The other one is the left knee, the lead knee. So if you're right-handed, the left knee or the lead knee is collapsing in. So if you then turn this way, if the lead knee is coming past the toe line, because you've gone for a big swing and real extension, and you get this knee going forward, and you've got a big gap here, then that's the same thing. You then drop down too much, and you're going to have to get right back up to get back on the ball. So that's another one. So you keep an eye on that. So you've got the sway, you've got the drop, so the knee coming in too far because the top half has put too much pressure on it. Next one is the lift. So you swing back, you've gone for another big turn. This time you stood up as you've done it, so you've risen up at the ball. What goes up must come down, so then you've got to come then crashing back down on it. So that's what you call a false turn. That's creating these additional moves. So you've got enough going on as it is, so let alone adding in additional moving parts. So if you reduce that turn and maintain a position, so post round that leg. When you turn the pelvis, if you feel that the knee's collapsing in, then you've turned too far. Push it back slightly and reduce the turn. If you're lifting, swing shorter and try and maintain that side bend, so that shoulder plane there. So you've got the tilt, so you haven't stood up out of the shot, you've still got that shoulder tilt pointing down rather than rising up. So there's quite a few things to look at, but it make a massive difference to be more consistent with the strike. In regards to the setup, it's the upper back. It's the upper back that's trying to turn that could be restricted. You've got your hip flexors as well, so loaded into those hip flexors, they could be tight, which will cause you to sway. So just to begin with, it's making sure that down the gym you're not doing too many pushes, you're doing more pulls, so you're pulling back, so you're trying to open up that upper back. So when you're stood there, you're not too slumped and rounded. So when you go to turn, it will be restricted and you'll start moving all over the place. So number one, the first thing to attack is the posture. So get that tilt from the hips, try and keep the upper back reasonably flat and tilt forward. Don't start sticking your backside up in the air though. It's a tilt from the hips and then you've got a nice flat back and you're in your position. So that's the bit at address, and then just check out your moves. So you've got the sway, you've got the drop, you've got the lift. So start ticking those boxes and you can, right, I can swing it this far back and maintain a good position. That's the length of your swing. And you can work on extra mobility, extra flexibility to make that range of motion bigger. Also, keep an eye on the early extension going forward, which can be caused if you put too much pressure from the top. This will gradually go forward, and that's the last thing you want, is to be in the toes. So I hope that helps. Any questions, please send them through. Give us a good thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.